In 1944, the Sentimental journey here, a B-17 aircraft, rolled off the Douglas assembly line and was accepted into the U.S. Army Air Force in 1945. Hi everyone, I'm Robin Sewell. Welcome to Arizona Highways Television. Today, we're here in Mesa at the Arizona wing of the Commemorative Air Force, and we're getting ready to take a ride in this fabulous flying fortress. So come along with us on this sentimental journey. It's basically a blast into the past.
Gonna take a sentimental journey, gonna set my heart at ease, gonna make a sentimental
Before start check, logbook, board, pre-flight inspection complete.
This shiny silver behemoth, in all its military splendor, has been known to reduce grown men to tears.
A lot of times we'll get a grandfather coming up. He was in the war with his whole family, and we'll ask him the normal questions. We'll say, well, you know, what bomb group, what position in the plane, how many missions, and before you know it, he's telling us war stories. Well, their jaws drop because Grandpa hasn't said squat in 65 years, and this is the first they've heard of it, so they got video cameras going, and they have tears in their eyes. It's really good stuff.
Perhaps it's the memory of a world war fought on the young backs of American boys from all walks of life. Whatever it is, a flight or tour aboard this plane should be required for all those generations after the greatest generation. Nearly a week does not go by without the volunteers and flight crew of this flying fortress hearing stories of heroism and courage under fire.
This is a piece of flak from World War II that came through the ball turret window when my father was flying back in 1944 over Germany, that blew up, came through the window, missed his neck by a couple inches, and stuck in the turret. He kept it all these years, along with several other pieces. And when I started becoming a pilot of this airplane and flying it 8 years ago, he gave it to me as a lucky charm. So I always have this in my pocket when we're flying.
To get a chance to go inside this special aircraft is to know just how much courage it took to go up in it at the height of World War II. Your father, is that true?
That's correct.
Flew in a B-17?
My father flew for 2,700 hours in a B-17, 50 combat missions.
So there has to be a lot of, should I say, nostalgia for you in some ways?
Yes, and I never envisioned that anything in my life would eventually have me flying in the same airplane as my father flew in combat.
Well, I want to go inside.
Well, that's my favorite place.
Okay, let's go on up. Now, this is the nose of the plane?
Yes. This is the very front.
So actually, an officer would sit right where you are?
This is the bombardier's chair. When the navigator wasn't finding his fix and when the bombardier wasn't guiding the airplane to drop the bombs, they were in charge of operating the 4 guns that are up here. This is where the 13th machine gun is.
The 13th machine gun?
Yep. You can count all the rest from outside. This is the only place you're going to see the 13th.
Right there, huh?
If you'll see here, tracks along each side where the gun rolls down in position. And right here, as you see on either side, is a box of 50 caliber ammunition. And I'm sure you've heard the expression, I gave it the whole 9 yards. If you pull that linked ammo out of that box and lay it down on the ground, it's 9 yards long.
So this is it, huh?
This, the only position we haven't covered is the tail gunner position. He's back behind the tail wheel there.
The Commemorative Air Force offers rides and tours aboard the Sentimental journey. It's a step back into history everyone should experience. Baby, I'm coming home. Of course, a lot of the military aircraft in the 1940s had some very cool nose art. The Sentimental journey, for instance, they chose one of the most popular pinup girls of World War II, none other than Betty Grable.